I have two friends who, at the end of the year, I kind of do a stop and listen kind of time to reflect and work out, am I doing the right thing? What should I be doing? And two friends of mine know that, and they pray for me all the time. And so they sent me separate notes saying, we think redM's like the thing now.
Time to move forward with
we
that.
think you need to put the gas pedal on. And I was like, both at the same time. That's kind of interesting.
Hi, welcome to The Movement, a podcast designed to resource, empower, and develop leaders in the movement to end human trafficking. Today we have a special guest, David Reid. How are you today, David?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm golden.
Golden.
Yes.
I like it.
So I really just wanted to talk to you about a couple of things. We have some initiatives coming up, and I really want to know how you got in the movement. We talked with you and Beth a while back, and I just want to see like your specific role in the movement and how you got here.
How I got here. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, we've heard the joint version. I won't give you the joint version. I'll give you the my version. Because I really wasn't trying to be in this at all. I didn't really understand it or know what it was. Beth was already doing work in the space. And so I was around survivors of trafficking, which was an education in itself. And we became friends with a lot of these people who had those experiences. And I think early on I made a video that was trying to expose what was going on in massage parlors, and I would share that at work. But pretty much I was just doing little bits and pieces. I was very busy with my work.
Your video was just like going out on the roads.
Well, Beth actually did a list. You used to be able to go back onto Backpage and you could see people offering services.
Good old Backpage.
Yeah, before it got banned.
Okay.
And then I used that. She gave me a list, and I think in the video there's a picture of the list. And I went to each of those places and filmed them and said, just so you know, in your neighborhood, driving past, this is what's happening.
This is what exists.
And I used some quotes from people. It was pretty horrible what people were saying.
Did you have any idea that those places were in your neighborhood before you started that?
Well, no.
Before you started your Backpage journey?
No, it was a shock. It was weird because we lived near there, so we were driving past it all the time and never thought for a minute that human beings were trapped. And Beth was doing work. She was monitoring some of them, seeing who goes in and out. So she
that sounds safe.
It wasn't. I learned it wasn't, but I didn't know that then. But yeah, that was kind of a journey. But I didn't feel close to the subject. This was Beth's subject to me.
Right. You were like doing homework for your wife kind of thing.
Well, in that case, I was trying to let people know. Like I took it to work and showed people. I put it on Facebook.
Okay.
I just did some stuff. But
that was your awareness piece.
I didn't feel like this was my thing. In fact, I didn't feel that even deep into redM. I just thought, here's a group of people. I went on the board of Redeemed, and I thought, I've got to help these people. And I got to bring more people in, and if they just understood, they would help. And so I just gathered people. It felt like it was pulling me in. And so originally I was like, okay, I can meet one night a week every month. I could make that work.
You weren't leading it. It was leading you.
Yeah, very much. And I knew how to manage groups of people and get people to do stuff. So I thought, let's just get them together, see if anything happens. I wasn't like wildly into it or driven. And about 3 years in a podcast, friends asked, do you think this was part of your like life purpose? And I was like, no, don't think so. And I didn't think of it that way. I just thought there's lots of things I do that get people together and get things done. So I didn't think anything of it.
You said that you were doing it for Redeemed.
Yeah.
So you formed redM as part of a help for Redeemed?
Yeah, basically. Well, I was on the board and I put out a thing on LinkedIn and told the world kind of, who wants to help here, got lots of responses, and then took a coffee shop called A Second Cup, which is an anti-trafficking coffee shop. And they had space, so I just booked it, had people turn up. And I brought Redeemed in, and we basically did a rebrand for them, and we ran their first, it was the first one for us, not their first, Keep Houston Free. And it was really cool. We got a lot done. But the end of it, we got to, I think it was probably September or August that we did that. And then shortly after, we gathered everyone. And I was really like, thanks, this is it. And then around December, a few people said, so what next? And I was like, I don't know. Like, can I do less? Which is what I said every year.
Right.
And the next year, we decided every couple of months we could use AWS's space and we would do education. And we did that for a year. And then we went into COVID, it went quiet. Then someone was like, can we do an event? Like, it's COVID.
Mm-hmm.
And so we did. We ran the 2020 summit. And that was interesting because it was a whole new batch of people.
Okay.
And they all wanted to do more. And for me,
what was the summit?
We took Hope City, met in a school at the time. We were middle of COVID, but they had a giant screen.
Okay.
And I always liked the idea of we could really make this look good. And I had a friend who works in production for like bands and stuff. Okay. So he had called me and said, hey, can I help you with the redM? And I was like, well, we're doing this thing. And so he was a real production thinker. Like, he normally did like Rolling Stones tours and stuff like that. Right. That was his world. So he set up the cameras and everything to make really great photographs and video shots.
Nice.
And because it was COVID time, we spread everyone out and said, listen, you're here just to be the crowd. And we made video product of these talks. And so we did that. And I don't think, I still wasn't into it. But we kept having crowds of people turn up wanting to do stuff. And so we just kept it rolling. And then I had that podcast. And then I have two friends who, at the end of the year, I kind of do a stop and listen kind of time to reflect and work out, am I doing the right thing? What should I be doing? And two friends of mine know that, and they pray for me all the time. And so they sent me separate notes saying, we think redM's like the thing now.
Time to move forward with that.
We think you need to put the gas pedal on. And I was like, both at the same time. That's kind of interesting. So I took that seriously, and I gathered business people together and said, what are we going to do this year? This is kind of our thinking. And that was the first time I met Mercy, and Mercy was like, I want to do a flamenco show. And Jason Duff came from IBM. And I was thinking, IBM's here. There's all these different people. I'm like, this is a moment. Like, I need to start projecting a vision here if we're really going to engage big companies.
Utilize this momentum.
So that was the beginning of something being different.
Okay.
You know, and so, I don't know, timing, how those things all fell together was about the same time.
Okay.
And I really started to have a bigger vision. I started this, in my mind, it was all this change the world stuff. How do we impact the world? Mm-hmm. And so I started saying that. In fact, Jason, I think, asked in that, where does this go? How
What's
does
the
this
point of
play
this?
out?
Yeah.
You know, and I was like, we're going to impact the world. You know, I just decided we got to play it bigger or not bother. You know,
right.
So I started to try and think of a vision. Met Adam around that time, started working on ad campaign, and by that summer we gathered everyone for a group.
Adam's the film director.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's for the campaign that you're working on.
Yeah, and pretty
kind
much
of like a PSA.
Yeah, and everyone who turned up, I'm like, what do you love? What do you want to do? So Adam was no different. Yeah, I think what do you love? What do you want to do? You know, and he's like, I do films.
Yeah. I think that's what you ask people, right? Like, what's your superpower?
Right.
Like, where can you plug yourself in?
Which is,
where do you excel?
All I'm doing with redM is what I do at work. That's why when people ask, I'm like, yeah, no big deal. I just help people get stuff done. I'd had a global organization. We kind of went over it and said, okay, that needs to be in the business now.
Yeah.
And so I lost all of that, like 2,000 people working for me, down to 50 people.
Right.
So it was a huge change. But there was more time on my calendar as well. So I'm like, So I did fill it up with different things. It wasn't just redM, but then redM kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and more people wanted to do stuff. I always told people we were going to be in other cities. Mm-hmm.
How many cities are you in?
We're 26 chapters right now that I call chapters.
Mm-hmm. Depending on what day and who you ask.
No, I mean I log them. There's a list, but each of those places has a person or two or a group. Not all of them are as engaged, and that's probably what we have kind of a rule of what a chapter really is.
Mm-hmm. Metrics.
So and so not all of them qualify for that.
Right.
Probably 13, 14 of them are like moving. Things are really happening.
Yeah. But so many of them are ready to move.
Yeah, they're moving. Some
gaining
moving
momentum.
very fast.
Yeah.
And I mean, every one of them is like something I worry about. Like, how do we get that to live?
Nurture that little baby.
Yeah, and it's all about teams. It's all about
Yeah.
types of people, and so yeah, they're moving along. Different cities. I'm really excited to see Aberdeen happen, which was just this week. So
Aberdeen.
yeah, Scotland. Yeah, my
Wow,
hometown. So
that's
it was very nice.
amazing.
Yeah. So we had 20
You're
people.
international.
Yeah. So yeah, and Canada's rolling quite a bit, but they move very quickly, which is good. Every city that moves where I don't have to go there to make it happen is really good.
Yeah, that's nice.
Generally, if I go to a city, I'll just randomly email everyone or LinkedIn everyone and
Right.
say, hey, want to get together? I'm going to be in town. And then I say, here's redM. You want to do it? And usually they say yes.
Yeah.
And so that's how it's happened so far.
So you said that you weren't like in it. You felt like it was leading you.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say that you're definitely leading it now.
Sure.
You have a team of leaders around you.
But it's my style to not lead it, to lead it, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like I really
picking up what
believe
you're throwing
in
down.
people, doing stuff. And when I started, what struck me, I was part of a church that was all like millennials, everybody, thousands. And I observed their behavior, which matched something someone told me, which is this generation here, they don't give money, but they will give work.
Time and resources, not
And
financial.
so that's how we started with this idea that was, everyone come, bring what you got, let's see if that's something. And so if it wasn't, I'd go, oh, okay, no. Or if it was, oh, good.
Right.
And so I kind of had this liberal, open-handed thing, which I've learned in general leadership anyway, is like, let people, whatever you get is what you get.
Yeah.
Don't pine for what you don't have. Just let's see what we got.
Yeah, and if you don't leash it,
yeah,
it can grow.
I'd been helping nonprofits quite a bit, and I kept saying, what's in your pockets? What have you got now? I don't care what you want.
Right.
Which is not how most people lead groups are like, what do you dream? It wasn't that. It was like, what have you got?
Yeah.
Let's do that. Like, what talent have you got? What friends do you know? What network do you have? Let's make that into something.
Right.
So I just kept going that way. So I didn't have, I've learned this in leading. In leading, you've got to be moving. You don't have to know everything. You just have a general direction, and then you can steer, but you've got to be moving. So if you don't do anything, there's no point, and you can spend all this time prepping and getting ready to move, but
get nowhere.
Yeah, so I kind of foundationally believe in freedom as a growth mechanism. Like, you got to give people freedom.
Yeah.
So everything early has been, well, what do you want to do? You
Yeah.
know? So we're coming now where we need some structure. It's like, you can't just have human beings without bones. Like, that's just like a mess.
Right.
So we're starting to build the structure side and give people tools so that they can execute. And it's all kind of ramping towards the ad campaign. And once the ad campaign goes out, my idea is that's a wide open world. And so we better have some structure and have things organized by then.
Yeah. Have a toolkit readily available for anybody can open it and move on.
And for a couple of years, we've been doing this chapter thing as more of a petri dish experiment.
Yeah.
Like, how does it work? Like, I don't know. Let's try it. So everyone has been different, but what we've learned is types of leaders really matter. It doesn't matter that they're the same type of leader, but leadership is really important.
Yeah.
Culture is really important. How do you nurture the right culture?
Yeah, cultivating a culture that I know our Houston team has. It's just like, it just feels like the right fit.
Right.
Everybody there is truly there. We're an organization, I don't know if everybody knows this, but we're 100% volunteer led.
Yeah.
So nobody's putting money in their pockets from this.
Right.
So every single person that is in this movement is doing it out of their own free will and out of their conviction, their personal conviction, whatever it is, if it's because they have children or whatever the reason. And I think that's something that's so huge, and that really does cultivate a culture of, we're here because we want to be, and we all like each other too. So that kind of works out.
And it's a volunteer experience. I mean, we generate funds, but that's not our goal.
Right.
And it took a few years.
What is the goal?
The goal is awareness.
Okay.
And not awareness is a thing in itself, but it's a start of a journey.
Yeah.
And so most people playing in the space are trying to find that person who's going to go deep and help us now. And we're not. We're trying to get to as many human beings as we can to understand. And we start with kids because it's an easy entry for someone. Because people are concerned for their kids.
Right.
So we use that as a door opener, and then.
What do you mean by that? Tell me what you mean by.
Well, kids are at risk.
Okay.
And you want people to know, I should be aware of this stuff. Yeah, you should.
So you have buy-in from everyone.
Well, I always think of, it doesn't matter who it is, but there was one CEO I was talking to, and he said, he was introduced to me through work, and they said, he does redM, and I said, this is what redM is. And he said, that's great. He said, you should do our event that gives out money. And I said, well, we already do, and you did give us money, but that's really not what I'm after.
Yeah.
And that's a shocker to any
like,
business person.
What are you after then?
Yeah, what do you want from me? You don't even need to say it.
It's kind of creepy. What do you want?
And say, well, what do you want? And what I said was, what I want is your grandkids not to be trafficked.
Yeah, that'll hit you right in the heart.
Yeah, and he grabbed for his card and handed it to me. He said, let's follow up, because I also don't want my grandkids to be trafficked.
Yeah, nobody wants that.
So that's what I mean.
Yeah, okay.
That's the entry into everyone's heart.
Yes.
Whether you have kids or you know kids, like, they're vulnerable.
Yeah.
And so, it's not the big numbers in trafficking, but it is reaching into everyone's business and everyone's life.
Yeah.
And so I'm trying to get them connected emotionally to the problem, and then taking them down a path of, how far do you want to go now? You want to protect your kids, and that's it? Great. You want to protect your kids and your neighbor's kids? Great. You want to protect the kids of people at work? Great. You want to go deeper and start helping people who are helping people get out of this, and okay, great. And so you just create depths for people. So how deep do you want to go?
Yeah.
And everyone starts shallow. Everyone does, which is okay. I don't mind. I mean, a lot of people have come because of my position in my job just to talk to me. I need to talk to you because I want to sell you something, which I'm cool with. Because I started to realize I have this position that gives me access. So take advantage of that, Yeah. And so I don't mind how people come in or what their motives are. But when you're trying to build culture, it becomes really important for the team. Okay, now we've got a level of kindness that is really important, a level of grace with each other, a level of commitment.
Yeah. And
so we let that evolve over time. But that's been the hard thing with now you're dealing with cities far away. Who are the people? How do we know them? And so
how do you cultivate that?
Yeah, and most of it, because we're business people, we travel or they travel. Canada, I have not been to Calgary, and I've not been to the other cities. I mean, I have in the past, but not for
Canada's
redM.
Been here, though.
Canada's been here, and I met Andrew first in Holland.
Oh, wow.
And I'm going to be in Holland. I am too. So we met in Amsterdam and had dinner together, and that's how we got to know each other. And then I realized he could fly everywhere. He's running a business, and he's in a lot of places. So I always tell him, hey, I'm going to be here. You want to come? Yeah. And so we're trying to build, and we talk, and we build bonds, and it's kind of working so far. It's going to be more complicated to multiply out, but I'm okay. I'm not afraid of where it's going, and I'm just attentive to what do we need to get lined up to make it work.
Yeah, I think, like you said, once you get that structure in there, it'll be fine. So I still don't know the answer.
What was the question?
Where were you convicted? Like you it was, redM was kind of, you were being led by your wife, and then redeemed.
I think I was cooked lightly.
Okay,
over time.
slowly. Slow roasted.
Slow roasted.
Maybe.
I think the day that my two friends wrote to me wasn't the same day, but around the same time.
That's when it
got my attention.
Okay.
And I think when I gathered all the business people, and I just realized I need to say we're doing bigger things. And I'm going to say we're doing bigger things, and then I'm going to work out what that means.
Okay.
So, and then I think going 501c3, around coming out of COVID, OGGN started giving us checks. Yeah. And they said, we want to give you the money. We don't, because we would say, here's redM's bank account.
Hand it straight to them,
And a few people said that.
Right.
The guy who said, do our event, we'll give you money. And I said, I don't want your money. When they gave us money, they said, I want you to grow redM.
Right.
If we wanted to give to these orgs, we'd just give to them. So please use this money to grow redM, which was a couple of times where I'm like, oh, I don't know exactly how we would do that.
And you're like,
Yeah. But I mean, luckily Dimitrios was around, and he's like, I'll organize us. I'll get the 501c3 set up. And so we just kept going down that road. So, I mean, for me, I always feel like we're finding ourselves in this movement. That's why I like the word movement. It's a thing that's happening, and you can be a part of it or not.
Yeah.
But it's still happening.
Yeah. And there's so many levels of it. Like you said, like, I mean, even just from the levels of giving, like there's that level of involvement. You can just come to an event. You could just come to a networking event.
Right.
We don't want your money.
Right.
We just want to hang out.
Yeah. No pressure.
Yeah. And then you can come and volunteer. You could volunteer an hour a year. Like it doesn't matter.
The critical nature of separating money from what we're doing, I think people miss it because money's a tool. Like you're using money as a method for someone to engage. But if you give us nothing, we're still rolling. Like we don't need money.
Right.
And that's really important. And then the pressure's off for we've got to have this kind of money, which means we've got to run programs.
Right.
So now we don't have to run any programs. Now we do have when we started giving money to the organizations that we support, I originally thought, okay, let's make sure it's enough that we can keep giving them it. So it's quite a low number to start with. And I told them when we handed over the first check, I'm like, this is the first of many. And my commitment is we're going to try to never be less than this amount. And we never have. We've only ever given more.
Increased.
This year we had the 2 Houston organizations that we help both say that we wouldn't have made it without you. You were our top donor. And so I like that. I like that as an end journey that was not our intention to start with. But consistently every quarter, same amount of money or more.
That's amazing.
It's good. It's not the point. Like it could fall apart tomorrow. But because we weren't focused on the money, people do give money. They trust us with the model.
Yeah, I'm curious. So like you have these initiatives where you do raise money or make money and your end goal is awareness, right? Awareness for prevention. So what are some of your favorite initiatives? Like what do you think, like what initiative right now are you just like, yes, this is amazing. I want to keep doing this.
We kind of stumbled on the best one, which is Action Speaks, we call it. And I love it because I know companies, right? So inside of companies, what do you want? If you're the corporate social responsibility person, I know because I am, like it's part of my job. What do you want? I want pictures of employees doing something together and showing that we're active and employees are engaged. And I want them to be happy that they're doing something. We created a program. It's $1,000, and that's all. Which for some people are like, ooh, $1,000, but for most corporations,
chump change.
But let's say you do a trip abroad or whatever, you do a trip, $1,000. You go to another city, you're going to pay that. So nothing in a normal corporate budget. And so $1,000, they basically go into care packages that are built. And so you're giving them everything they want. They get photographs of people doing something. They're doing education. So that's really the big part. When we do the education, we're seeing people identifying trafficking in their midst, in their children, or sometimes already trafficked. They're handwriting notes that go to people who are being trafficked. And you're able to educate there with what happens in trafficking as they tell them no one cares about you, not your family, not anyone. I am your family. And so now someone's knowing that is writing an encouraging note. We give them pre-written notes to follow so they're not just making something up. So they're physically connected to the person, and the person is also getting this note from someone, and they're learning that this is what they need, that people are being manipulated by saying no one cares. So it builds a connection between the two humans. Yeah,
that has to be really impactful, not only for the recipient, but also for the employee that's sitting at a lunch and learn.
Right.
And they're like, oh, I gotta go to a stupid lunch and learn. And then they sit there and they write a handwritten note to someone that they know is being bought and sold.
Right. And it's action speaks louder than words is the full sentence that we're shortening to action speaks. ...
Correct.
But action speaks is also this action is speaking to them.
Mm-hmm.
It speaks to the survivor. It's this connectivity that you're creating out of something that was distant an hour ago. Now I'm writing to someone who is trafficked, and they're going to hold this piece of paper. Yeah, it's a bond.
Yeah, and you can go into an information session and not know what trafficking is, and think that trafficking is human smuggling.
Right.
And then you sit down in an information session. It doesn't exist in my town.
Yeah.
And then sit down and learn that, and then immediately move to action.
Right.
Yeah, that's amazing. So that does sound like a great initiative.
And then people putting these simple products that they would think nothing of, almost a giveaway type product, toiletries, and they just put it in this bag, and they immediately have this isn't worth anything.
Yeah, why do you need a travel toothbrush and toothpaste and deodorant?
So it starts asking questions of the person packing the bag as they make one bag after another. They start to go, why does someone want this? This seems awfully simple. And the answer is because they need it. This is a big deal to someone who doesn't get to keep their money.
Right.
And so those bonds are being built while someone does this. It's a very empowering thing as well as educating thing. So people walk out having heard the subject, being shocked and doing something. So it's rapidly growing. It's very simple to execute, and so that's my favorite thing that we're doing right now.
Yeah, that sounds like something so easy and so impactful.
And we've made it that you just order this stuff online, or you ask us, and we will deliver it. So within a week, you're having an experience for your employees that could be life-changing for them, but definitely for someone else. It creates a lifeline out to people who are being trafficked. Yeah,
you send a simple email to hello@joinredm.com and say action speaks.
Yeah, I'd like to do it. We have one company that just went to all their facilities and did one. They had me do online training, and then they took that video and they just sent it to everyone. SGS.
Shout out to SGS.
Yeah, this is incredible.
Yeah.
Because they at first they started going, what have you got in Toronto? And I'm like,
we'll
nothing.
Figure it out.
Well, everyone was panicking. I was like, let me go back to my friend ChatGPT.
Yeah.
And so we just did here's what we're doing. What organizations would receive a bag like this? Every single city, they've come up with 5 options. We call 1 or 2, and we're in, and we're delivering bags.
Yeah. Call us up.
Yeah, so we can make it happen.
Yeah.
You want to do it, we can make it happen.
That's amazing.
Simple model.
So what are some other initiatives that redM has going on right now that you can really get behind?
Mm-hmm. In Houston, we're in the middle of something that I'd love to see replicate. We're planning it for a few cities. The World Cup is coming in June, July.
Is it football or soccer?
It's football to me. You can call it soccer.
I'll call it football with you. I'm here for that.
just come with me.
I think we're the only ones that call it soccer, right?
Yeah, only one on the planet. Yeah.
What does Canada call it? Do they call it football?
I don't know.
We'll call a friend.
Yeah.
Phone a friend.
Please send in your answers. Don't know. I think I have no clue.
Because we're American football, so I know they have football there too. So
you know more
football.
than I do.
I don't know.
My brother plays soccer up there. Does he call it soccer? I don't know. Anyway, so World Cup. It's going to be in Mexico, America, and Canada. 16 cities. Biggest event that the North America has ever seen. Maybe the world's ever seen. They've expanded the teams, the games. Millions will come into your city over a 2-month period.
I've heard that we're expecting like an influx of up to 5 million people in Houston.
Easy, yeah.
That's like we have 8 million people here already, and I can't get from my house to the studio in
so I saw a thing
less than an hour.
March, we have 3 million people visiting. So we're used to having a lot of people. Rodeo, other things.
Yeah, true story.
So probably it's more than 5 would be my guess.
That's nuts.
But what happens with people coming in is always a move for the traffickers. And so they are looking at an uptick in trafficking.
Okay.
Their behavior in the U.S. and in North America has changed, and they seem to be targeting more American-born kids that they can get to online or through friends.
Who's targeting them?
Traffickers.
Okay. They're trafficking. How are they trafficking or targeting?
There's a lot of ways, but but generally they're just trying to build relationship, and then they'll try and
Okay.
separate from family. What we'll be seeing right now that we're not seeing is the traffickers are going to need a supply. Border trafficking is restricted.
Okay.
You're about to see, or are seeing now, kids being reached because they have a supply problem, because they're going to have a lot of people here looking for access.
As far as the visitors, the fans?
Yeah, the fans. Anytime you have isolated males, a lot of isolated males
Okay.
with money, you're looking at a big market
So
shift.
if you can afford a $1,000 game ticket
Correct.
plus flight and
If you're here, you've
hotel,
got money.
yeah, you can afford that.
And, you know, you have countries that already think that prostitution's some job that someone chooses, and they
Yeah.
think, yeah, sure, I'm just going to do that while I'm there.
That's cultural. Like,
it is cultural.
Like I know specifically one of the teams that's coming,
Right.
they have an entire district
Hmm.
in their major city
They
that,
think no big deal.
yeah, like, hey, that's
So
normal.
even there, they have this behind the scenes. They kind of know that there's bad things happening.
Yeah.
Well, that's going to happen, and the supply problem means that kids are being targeted for this summer job,
They're ramping it up.
because they literally, the plan I heard from the DA's office here is they're thinking they're coming in after the kids, they're going to use them for a 2-month period and then hand them back. So kids who parents have jobs and like they're going to be targeted.
Those unfettered access to the internet kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Your iPad is your babysitter.
right.
Kids.
So a lot going on, a lot of things for everyone to become aware of, and so
Okay.
we're doing an event here on the 14th of April at where are we doing it?
Wortham Center.
Wortham Center. That's
Mhm.
right. So we for years have been working with the airport on education, and so this is a ramp up from that. And we have a project we call Project Red Card, where we're
Mhm.
looking at giving a red card to trafficking, which is a football term where when a player has egregiously done something or done it at two
Like
times.
a foul. Is that what they call
It's
it?
a foul, then basically they're thrown off, and the team is severely impacted. They don't replace them. It's not like American sports where someone's off, someone replaces them. They're actually playing with less players.
Oh, wow.
So it's a big deal.
If you get a red card, the player's out?
Right.
I did not know that.
Yeah, your chances of winning are severely restricted.
Wow.
So
So that's a
it's a big
huge
deal.
deal. Okay. I didn't know. Like,
Yeah.
I knew
People
what
don't.
project. Yeah, I had no
Yeah,
idea.
yeah.
Like, I know about Project Red Card, but I didn't
And you
know.
know Red Card was sending off, but you didn't know no one's coming back on.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Is that
down-
for the whole game? Or
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, down to 10 men. You'll win.
Shut the
You'll
front
win the game.
door.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
Oh my gosh, that's huge.
I know. I forget that people don't know this, but yeah,
I don't know much about
I know.
football,
I know.
foosballs.
So yeah, so that it's a great visual for people who understand football. So
Yeah.
so having this red card as a tool to talk to people. So we're making physical red cards to
Yeah.
educate people. But we're gathering. We gathered a lot of people last year around the city, airlines, hotels, some services people in the anti-trafficking space, and a lot of businesses. And police departments and law enforcement. We all got
Okay.
together and we talked about what's easy to do, which is our favorite thing. Like, what can we do
Mhm.
for nothing?
Yeah, with the resources we
What-
have
yeah,
and
what
the
can we get done?
superpowers, with your
Right.
superpowers combined, what can
Mhm.
we do?
So HPE has an existing avatar that talks about trafficking you can interact with, and so we're going to have that April 14th. So you can go, it'd be kind of a cool thing. You can go interact with this avatar of a lady who does photography around trafficking. And so
Okay.
they used it at Davos, and they're bringing it along, and we're going to use that. Hopefully we'll have it in the fan zone, and we'll have it at the airport. But at the Wortham Center will be its first kind of showcase. We're going to have speakers. We have a really great panel of people with lived experience of being trafficked. One who was trafficked through the airport. So that'll be good. So you'll get to hear people who've been through this. There'll be we have a museum that we built for the airport that is going to be having more stuff to do with the World Cup, so that people can learn
Okay.
about that. And so that's a walkthrough museum. And there'll be just different content. There'll be a press conference, but it'll be a chance to educate everyone. So that's a really big deal. And so we have the cards. We have a program for bars and restaurants where they can put up signage inside the stalls of the bathrooms for the women to have a language to say, I feel like I'm in trouble. Can you get me out of here?
Yeah,
Kind of
help a
by
girl out.
asking for a person or a drink or a something.
Mhm.
So that's going on. And so those 3 programs, the cards, the avatar, and the signage in the bathrooms are 3 things we found very easy to do. So we'll be kind of showcasing that at the on the 14th. But we're also trying to do other cities. So we've got Miami and Dallas coming up. But any city, so if you're in a city that is going to host the World Cup, we're happy to help with this model. IBM actually gave us their consultants, and they managed the day for us to get us down to how do we look at all the ideas and kind of build it into simple things that we can do. So yeah, that's Project Red Card, which is going to be around the World Cup, hopefully changing the culture in the cities for the foreseeable future.
And if nothing else, building awareness, right?
Right.
And that's what we're here for.
Yeah, the more you can get people to see it and to know what to do, that's the big game.
And to recognize that it's real and it's happening right next to you.
Yeah. All right, what else is going on?
I think that's it, really.
We usually do a networking thing.
Monthly networking. We have one coming up on the 19th of March.
Do we? Excellent. I'll go to that.
So put that on. Mark your calendar, please.
I will.
Thanks.
Yeah. And then
at the Puttery at 9:30. 5:30. Be there at 5:30.
5:30 at the Puttery.
At the Puttery.
Bring your putter.
On Washington. You don't have to bring a putter. They've got them for you.
I know.
And then the 26th is OGG, and it's always the last Thursday of every month.
Last Thursday, we're always there.
Yep.
And if you want to ever join in and help, you can sit at our table and talk to people.
Yep.
Actually, there's no seats. You can stand at our table and talk to people.
True story.
What else we got going? I feel like there's something else.
I feel like that's it. We have the meeting info session.
Yeah.
We have the OGG.
Go to the website.
Yeah. Go to the website. Join redM.
And then when you're at the website, scroll to the bottom.
And hit subscribe.
Hit subscribe, and you can get a lovely newsletter that will tell you everything that's happening.
Exactly.
In other cities too, maybe.
Yes. And sometimes our newsletter talks about what happened, and then we'll have a little what's coming up as well. And then I think something that's important to note is if you see something, say something.
Yeah.
And to do that, you
learn what to do.
Yeah.
Learn what to see.
Well, if you come to our info session, you can learn
more.
You can learn what you're looking for, and then you can call the National Human Trafficking Hotline at 1-888-3737-888.
Really?
So if you see something, say something.
You can call that number, or you can just look up on your phone.
Yep.
National Human Trafficking Hotline.
Exactly. Or you can remember it.
Yeah.
It's 3 8s and a 37 and a 37 and 3 8s.
Okay. I'll forget, but that's okay.
That's okay.
I just look it up every time.
It's fine. You can program it in your phone.
So honestly, you can start a redM anywhere. It's pretty easy. You can get involved with us in Houston. We've always got things that need to be done.
Reach out.
Just reach out to Tina.
Yeah.
Degge TEGGE at joinredm.com.
Or David Reid.
David.Reid, REID at joinredm.com. So we're available, and I someone said today, I've been trying to get to work with you guys, and I'm like, listen, you have to push in. Just jump in, get involved.
Hit us up on LinkedIn.
We've all got day jobs. Like, don't be like, oh, you didn't call me. Like, jump in, turn up, say what can I do. We got tons of things to do.
Keep poking us until we plug you in.
Yeah, it works. We have a lot of things that we do all the time.
Yeah, and we have all of these external events happening, but in the background, there's so many more things happening, like website building, app building, film campaign building.
We have a marketing team.
Yeah.
We have a new brand launch coming out later. We've got...
There's so many pots
finance,
to put your hand in.
There's legal, doesn't end.
Come on down to redM Town.
And whatever you're doing, whatever business you're in, we can either set up a group. We have an Indian American group, which not everyone knew, but that's kind of going to grow nationally. We've got an oil and gas group, wireless group. Whatever you do, we'd make a group, and you can gather your industry around it. And then in your city, we can do it. So really just reach out and say, I want to do it.
Yeah.
And we're pretty good at getting people involved and making it easy.
Yeah, I think that would be a great thing to do, is have an industry group for like every industry, like
Right.
a medical, like we have the world's largest medical center here. Why don't
Yeah,
we have a
where
medical
are they?
group? Yeah,
It's coming.
let's go.
It's all coming.
Let's go.
All right. Well, let's go.
All right. Thank you guys so much for joining us today. And when you're ready to join the movement, go to joinredm.com. Thanks. Have a great day.
Bye.